Greetings, salutations, good day and hi, happy Sunday, and welcome back to FH, where we continue the driving days of Series 6 with the next two rounds, rounds 7 and 8, at Dijon-Prenois and Twin Ring Motegi. Let's have a look at the points standings. Top half of the roster. For some reason, Subaru is still on top of the championship with her 200 points from her two race wins in rounds 1 and 2. Despite crashing out on round number 3 and failing to qualify for the last 3 races. Roboco, fresh off her race win at TT Circuit Assen, is just 10 points behind at 190 points. Marine is third with 187. Ayame moves up to the top 5 with her Rattlesnake point win, 176 points. And Iris, third place finishes, nice consistent performer. 5th with 165. Bottom half of the table, still 2 drivers get to score points, one of which has yet to even qualify for a race. So Suisse has qualified for 3 races, failed to finish in either of them. Fauna has failed to qualify for any of the races in the first half of this championship. Hopefully we see either of them score points in these last few races as we look at the Constructors Championship standings. Unsurprisingly, it's Akukin Kensetsu with 3 race wins from 2 of its drivers, still on top with 523 points. Gen 3 Usada Kensetsu is second in the standings with 469 points. The 4-man group of Red Heart Racing Gen 1, I should also point out that Gen 3 is also 4 members now. Gen 1, Red Heart Racing, 376 points, just 1 point above Ian Gen 1 with 375 points. Tori, still bottom of the standings. Let's go ahead and start off today's stream. We're beginning 30 minutes earlier than usual, as we got BT League to worry about once we're done. When we're done with today's races, it should be just in time to watch the matches for match day 3 in that soccer tournament. Dijon-Prenois is the setting for round number 7. Don't mind that says number 08. Because numbers are arbitrary, apparently. Number of subscribers, number of super chats, how much money you make. It's the 1979 iteration of this circuit. We're driving 20 laps, because expect racing to be quite fast there. And everyone is in, and looks like we should be good to go to load the circuit. There's a Gmotor 2 error that pops up whenever I load this track, but it luckily doesn't cause the this app to crash. Anyway, Circuit de Dijon-Prenois, France, 5-time host of the French Grand Prix, and a couple times, for some reason, it hosted the Swiss Grand Prix. One as a non-championship event and one as a championship event, as we see these Holo mobiles pop out of one singularity. Yeah, everything's flashing. It's hard to see how it is. How can anyone get out in this pile up? Well, the rest of the cars are looking quite fine, having their own pit boxes, while Chloe and others are having trouble getting out. So here's Chloe, taking us through this circuit, despite no front wing. Goes clockwise. After a long straightaway, go across a whole bunch of lefts and rights. And then you go into this rather pointy section. Perhaps the tightest turn in this section. And then another left-hand turn. And then it's just a whole bunch of right-hand turns until you reach the long straightaway. Not Fuji Speedway long, but rather long enough. That's a lap at Dijon. It's quite fast. A good lap time is around a little over 1 minute. 12 turns, 2.362 miles, 3.801 kilometer. As we see who will qualify for this race, finish session. And we can't even accept these results because only 20 drivers for the times here. Yeah, that's just silly. Let's pick an arbitrary selection of drivers to take us through this race. Oh my goodness! For the 7th race this series, for the 7th race running, Fauna fails to qualify. She just couldn't get herself together. 7 misses in this series. Yeah, just unbelievable. R Factor showing no mercy for some of these drivers. Looks like she's definitely on track for a wooden spoon. Meanwhile, Suisse at least made it in, and she's on track to earn points, starting off in 11th. Muna gets the bonus point for starting pole position. As we see more spam. More spam in the chat. Muna, Hachima Flare. Husky, Luna, and Nene. Mel, Mori, and Anya. Corone, Suisse, Mume. Towa, Rene, and Koyori. Roboco, Ayame, and Ayame. Iroha, Sana, and Iris. Echan, Kanata, Roboco. Crony, Noel, Pekora. Matsugura, Okayu. Mikaraki, Rose, Kiara. and La Plushie on Subaru. So Subaru at least finally shows up for a race, even though she'll start at the very back of the grid. 20 laps at Dijon. And we are set to begin here as we bring in the music and get this race going. Engines are revving up. Here we go. This is round number 7 from Dijon-Prenois. Muna at pole position. And it's lights out, and away we go. Here we go. Everyone speeding up, going across this long straightaway. Everyone dispersing, heading into this first turn. And the music is a bit loud. Let me turn it down a bit. Oh, Muna dropped down a bit. Hachima has the lead, Husky second, and Nenichi is third. As everyone is piling up, approaching this pointy section. Looks like it's side-by-side racing. Husky is just behind Hachima. And she's just third place for Muna. Not quite a good start to the race. She dropped down a few places to 5th. There's going to be Akahato Hachima of Red Heart Racing, who will take the early lead after this opening lap of 20. Leski second, Nenichi third. As we see the first bunch of cars go through. Everyone made it through the first lap with no issue, as we see how Suisse is faring. She's on 15 at the moment. Subaru 35. Fast pace. Dijon-Prenois circuit's home to a few old F1 races. Hachima leading by a tiny bit over 1 second. And she continues to lead. Lead is now up to 1.516. No change to the top 3. Cornet goes up to P5. Muna is at 6 Mume, 7 Muna, Mel Rene. This is the top 10. Takanashi Kiara will have to stop at pit lane. Meanwhile, Subaru is struggling toward the back of the grid. She's neck and neck with Shion. Points later, at risk of losing her points lead and not scoring for a 5th consecutive race at this point. As we continue to see this large pileup of cars toward the back of the grid. Just trying to stay in the points and not lose it somewhere. Flair has gone up to 2nd. Also moved up a couple of spots. Flair, winner of a couple of races in FH, including the race at Harama, I believe. Here she is, just behind Hachima. Neck and neck for 5th between Cornet and Luna. Luna jumps ahead, goes to 5. Meanwhile, Kiara has to pit again. Not a good race for her. She's going to be at least a lap behind as we scan through this field. Look at the battle between Roja and Anya. Anya goes ahead. Flair's still behind Hachima. Husky and Nenachi are well behind. Top 4 rather close to each other after the first quarter of this race. No accidents as of yet, but one driver a lap behind. Sticking to this pack of drivers for a wee bit, waiting to see if there's any new developments. Oh, here's Luna coming in. She just wants to join the others as well. She is accelerating. Flair has dropped down a bit to 4. Oski back to 2nd. Oski in her last series as a solo driver for Inunaka Music. She's rejoining Sudaria Sorotomo, the Gen 0 team, for the 7th series. And here she is in action. I believe Azuki has won 3 races previously. Yeah, she's a 3-time race winner, and she's looking for her 4th. She hasn't won a race in quite a while. Wants to get back into winning ways. The 5th series champion Sugimosana is cruising along in 12th. Azuki and Hachima. So Hachima, Azuki, and Nenachi are your current top 3. Meanwhile, Subaru continues to struggle. Just out of the points at this moment. She may be certain to lose her points lead at this point. Is Marine in this race? I don't think she is. As for Roboco, she's just 15th. She's just 15th. Muna from pole position starts has sort of lost it a bit, gone down to 14. Wars continue to be hard. Hachima continues to try too hard. Hachima has only had one podium finish to her name. That's a second place in I don't know where. That is her only podium finish, and she has led throughout this race so far. So it doesn't look like Marine's even in this race. Yeah, no Marine. Azuki still remains just behind Hachima. Everyone is still driving. It's a rather easygoing, not so tricky race circuit. Sana has risen a bit to 10. Suisse on track to earn her first points this series. Subaru still struggling. What had happened? She was really dominant in the first two races of the series, but she has slipped substantially since then. I've used up all her luck and her entire points allotment for the series. Luna has jumped up to third as Nenichi drops to fifth, with Flair between them at P4. Azuki still playing cat to Hachima's mouse. Well, Azuki is trying to get very close, but Hachima is speeding up again. Luna is a distant third, couldn't quite see her from this viewpoint. We are more than halfway through this race. Eight to go. Top six unchanged relatively. Just about everyone going single file. No one having any issues as of yet. Azuki is 0.2 seconds behind Hachima. And Azuki has jumped ahead to take the lead. First lead change in quite a handful of laps. Oski looking for race win number 4 in FH. What a move by the V-Singer. Asuki struggling a bit this series, having only scored in 2 races. Although pretty good scoring in those 2 races. And she has a chance to get in contention with a win or a podium finish. Six to go. Cars are classified after 18 laps in this round. And we have an issue. Nenichi and Mel played bumper cars with each other. And Nenichi is without her front wing. Mel's car is still intact. Sana has gone up to P6 now. Krone top 5. Oh, here comes Hachima on the move. Neck and neck with Azuki. And look who just joined into the picture. It's Luna as Hachima regains the lead. It's Hachima, Azuki, Himamori, Luna. Your top 3 with 5 to go. Oh, Luna's on the move. She wants to go to second. And second she goes into. Azuki has suddenly slipped. It's Hachima, Luna, Azuki, your top 3 in that order. A nice clean race. And as I say that, someone has crashed out. Oh my goodness. Nakiri Ayame with the previous race winner's curse. Just got bumped into by Takanashi Kiara, and she is out of the race on what had been a rather clean race early on. What had been a clean race the whole entire time is no longer, as Kiara loses it again. Oh, the previous race winner's curse. Ayame won at a Rattlesnake point, crashed out the next race at Dijon. Oh, look at, as we see these 3 cars grouped together. Luna seems to have an advantage at this point. Here comes Flair. Oh, and Karne wanted to get into the action as well, but we also have Nenichi also in it, and Karne just pulls back. Hachima's lead remains distant. Hachima's lead is 3.678. Hachima, Luna, and Azuki. Kiara pits once again. Akirose just goes out of pit lane. Kiara has exited the pits. She and Akiros are both 2 laps behind. Classification is 18 laps though. Hachima marks 2 laps to go as she gets on the board for this race. Nenechi is apparently 1 lap behind. Korone is 5th and Flair's 4th. Nenechi is actually a lap behind. She was part of the action when she lost her front wing and had to take a pit stop and get her car repaired. Hachima remains well in the lead here, but Luna is trying to catch up. Flair trying to push herself up to a podium spot. Struggling. Basaki remains ahead as we mark 1 to go with Akato in the lead. Luna still a significant distance behind Hachima. Hachima from a start of P2 on her way to getting her first FH race win. Should she manage to stay clear of Luna in this last half of this lap. Just the right-hand turns. And here comes Hachima onto the main straightaway. Hachima! She wins at Dijon. That is her first race win in FH. Luna finishes half a second behind, and Azuki at least makes the podium. 3rd place for her. Korone, great hustle. Finishing 4th place. Sana gets a top 5 finish. It's Hachima victorious at Dijon. She gets her first FH win. So, one car will not be classified. That's Ayame. Hachima is your race winner with a time of 21:54. Luna 5.86 behind. Azuki finishes 10 seconds behind. As Hachima joins her Red Heart Racing crew to celebrate. As we record the points. Okay. Top 10 is in. Suisse finishes 12th. So she gets her first points this series. So that leaves Sarasvana as the only driver yet to score a single point, much less even qualify for a race. Roboco finishes 17th for a nice 18 points. Subaru finishes 23rd for 8 points. I think they'll be tied. They'll be tied in points, despite Subaru having more wins. Muna, despite the pole position start, will finish a rather mediocre 22nd. Good slight recovery for Subaru, despite starting at the back of the grid. Nenachi, who started off P6, will finish out of the points, unfortunately for her. As we record the points, and I don't know if we'll have a new points leader, but we'll just see how it is. Anyway, the points table is in the description. The document, as well as the link to the IndieCar poll. Thanks to the 11 of you who have cast your vote for your favorite indie VTubers to try to get into the series. Bonus point for Muna. Before I forget. On this result, Hachima has taken the lead in the Drivers' Championship. Her race win at Dijon has shot her up to the top with 241 points, 33 ahead of both Subaru and Roboco. Subaru drops down to second because she has 2 wins to Roboco's 1 win. Callie finished quite high. She's at 4th with 192, and Marine, failing to qualify for her 3rd consecutive race, goes down to 5th with 187 points. We all know who's currently bottom of the standings. Second to last is Risu with only 6 points. Only 1 race she qualified so far, and she finished 25th in that race. So your bottom 5 are Fauna, Risu, Miko, Mio, and Suisse. But Hachima is the new championship leader, thanks to her victory at Dijon. So we are done with Dijon. We are going to Twin Ring Motegi next. Just gotta put in the captcha. If you've been following this channel along, you'll know about Twin Ring Motegi and its 2 configurations. For the VTuber IndieCar 2nd series, we raced the racing was on the oval. For FH, we're riding on the road course, and actually, in the upcoming VTuber IndieCar series, vote in the roster poll, please. The Indie VTubers will also race on the road course. So I'm looking forward to seeing how the race fares for both FH and IndieCar on that circuit. Motegi. 13 laps on this course. Actually, this track, as of the start of this month, is now called Mobility Resort Motegi, to celebrate the circuit's 25th anniversary. Road course, 14 turns, 4.801 kilometer, 2.93 mile. And let's go ahead and load the track. As we got set for round number 8 here. And here we are. Twin Ring Motegi. One of the courses I was looking forward to seeing the Hololive drivers race on. Road course has been home to the Japanese Motorcycle Grand Prix, Super GT, Super Formula. One time the real-life IndyCar series raced on the road course, and that was the last time of that series ended up traveling to that circuit. So here is the road course. We start off with a right-hand turn. Quite a couple of hairpin turns to start off with. You start off within the speedway limits, but then you go into the outer section, go under the bridge and onto this outer section of the circuit. Where you go through some lefts and rights. And then approach this section where you go into a tight hairpin turn before proceeding with the longest straight section of this circuit. A nice view of these pit boxes over there. After that, you take a right-hand turn, get back within the speedway area. We take a couple more turns and then cross the start-finish line to complete a lap at the Twin Ring Motegi road course. Nice picturesque setting, isn't it, for this round? Ain't it, fellas? Here's your grid for this race. Well, here isn't your grid for this race. We'll have to restart the settings and we'll confirm for the 8th time in a row that Fauna did not qualify for the race. Well, surprise, surprise! Finally, we get to see Fauna somewhere. Like, where did she even qualify? 5. She qualified 5th from Motegi. It's a miracle, ladies and gentlemen. It's an actual miracle. The miracle of Motegi. Fauna finally showing up for a race for the first time this series. These drivers, however, don't. Chloe, Anya, Yofi, Subaru misses out on this race. Goodness. Risu Choco, Polka Botan, Kali Mume, Marine Bells, Akiros Aroha, I'm afraid misses a cut. Ame, Louie, and Luna just misses out on the cut for Motegi. Who gets the pole position point? Who gets the pole position point? Let's find out. Let's find out. Who is it gonna be? It's Hachama! Hachama! Yes, the points leader. The points leader, Hachama. Hachama. We'll start off P1 at Motegi, fresh off her win at Dijon. Oh, you love to see it. And then Iris. Iris will start off P2. Mio, welcome to the race. She'll start off in row 2, and then Roboco. Fauna, finally, welcome to the series. Where were you these past few races? And then Mel, Shion Watame Sora. Aqua, Toa, and Kroni. Lamy, Koyori, and Sana. Noel, Nene, and Achan. Ollie, Kanata, Suisse. Miko, Fubuki, and Laplace. Rene, Muna, and Azuki. Pekara, Ayame, and Kurane. Flurokayu, and Nina. And finally, Kiara, Gura, and Matsuri. Everything is locked in. This race will be over 13 laps. That's at the Twin Ring Motegi circuit. Everyone is in, and we are set to go. Round number 8. Round number 8 of the series as we bring in the music and we shall begin right now. Here we go, Hachama, your Drivers' Championship leader, pole position for Motegi, round number 8. It's lights out and away we go. Everyone disperses. Hachama leads off the field. Iris trying to push ahead of Hachama and doesn't quite do so as you go around the first turn. It's Hachama who takes the lead very early on. Going across the next couple turns. Hachama, Iris, and Mio early on. As we see some cars have issues. As most cars go outside the speedway limits, Kanata is well behind. Nenichi is without her rear wing. We have a scuffle early on. Ina just trying to get used to the circuit. Scanning across the field. Iris is just behind Hachama. Going on to the hairpin turn. Look how close these first few drivers are. Hachama, the Drivers' Championship leader, as they go back into the speedway limits. Single file line around the chicane. And it looks like it's gonna be Hachima who has the lead after this opening lap. Hachima, Iris, and Mio, your top three early on. With 12 to go, as these cars drift around this turn. Nenichi and Ina both having to pit early on. Not a good start for these two drivers. Having a look at this set of drivers. Back again to the front. Iris wants to make a move, wants to jump ahead into the lead. We featured a different V singer for much of the race at Dijon, Azuki. This time it's a different V singer. It's Iris, who's steady in second right now. One slight blooper will cause you to lose it. And Hachima continues to lead after his lap, but Iris will try to jump ahead, but doesn't quite do so, and we have a three-way split. Who's gonna have the advantage here? Hachima again. Watame goes up to third. Mio goes down one spot to 3. As Nenichi finally goes at pit lane. Ina's going on 35. While the rest of the field are still in just about one singularity. Already 2 laps down as we go through this long straightaway. Hachima! My goodness! What did she have for breakfast to make her suddenly drive well today? Hachima of the Red Heart Racing Team. Meanwhile, where is Fauna? She started off P5. She's currently at 9. Wanting to get on the board for the first time this series. Mistake by Roboco. As Fauna improves one spot for the moment. Iris is 0.8 seconds behind Hachima. Watsume remains third. Crony moves up to 5. pack of drivers across this straightaway. And here's Hachima. Led all 4 laps so far. However, there's still the threat of Iris coming in. Remember, one mistake can cause you to lose a position or 3. Spider legs for breakfast, huh? Not so unusual in the case of Hachima. Iris still lagging behind Hachima. Even though she's trying to get as close to her as humanly possible. But is Iris even human? Hell, is Hachima even human? Well, no, Watame is a sheep, Mio is a wolf. What the hell is Hachima? HN and Noelle are in pits. Ina continues to struggle. Kiara is chicken. Her car being relatively fried. Meanwhile, Fauna is, well, at least she's still in the points at this point. Almost at the midway point of the race. Iris has dropped down to 4th as Watame moves up to 2nd, Mio 3rd. And these cars are rather close to each other now. Tsunamaki Watame of the Uber Sheep Gen 4 team. On the move here! Tsunamaki Watame jumps into the lead. Watame showing how an Uber Sheep does it on the circuit with that great push. And now Mio's on the move. She wants to go to 2nd. As Watame tries to pull ahead of the others. Minachi, HN, Noelle behind by 1 lap, according to this table. Watame leads by 1.5 seconds over Hachima. Watame won 1 race previously. I believe it was Donington Park. I know she has a 1 race win. I believe it was Donington Park in Series 3. Iris almost loses a third to Mio, but goes back, but still remains third. Watame still continues to lead. Watame, Hachima, and Iris are top 3. Crony goes up to 5th. As more cars may be entering the pits. No, they're just going through the front straight away. So that look into that map was an absolute nothing burger. Fauna still remains 12th. She at least wants to score points, get out of the deep hole she's in the Drivers' Championship standings. Oh my lord, look how close these drivers are. A close pack of drivers in the top 10. Or top 9, actually. Some offensive moves by some of the drivers as Watame has the lead with 5 to go at Motegi. Tsunaki Watame rather up there this series. Finishing second at Cleveland. I'm going to start up pole position. Close fight between Crony, Shion, Mel, and I believe Sana. Crony remains 5th. That's all single file driving. Hachima remains second. Watame's lead has improved substantially, 6.838 seconds with 4 to go. Watame, Hachima, and Iris. Still no one out of the race yet. Watame is all alone for the time being. Iris waiting for the opportunity to strike. Go back up to second. Iris still not quite content on making her move. You know, a distant 4th behind the others. 10 down, 3 to go. As the cars go single file. As we're around 23 minutes to go before Day 3 action in the VT League. Already a few teams qualified for the knockout stage. A few more teams might end up also qualified for that stage. If you're looking forward to watching some nice divegrass action with some of your favorites of VTubers. Still nothing significant going on. Mio is very close to Iris. Hachima pulls away from Iris. Mio wants to get back to a podium spot. Here we go, penultimate lap at Twin Ring Motegi. Right now it's a battle for third between Iris and Mio. But Iris tries to keep her distance. Mio for Tori, Iris Project Hope. Still not much happening here. This race has been relatively accident-free. We might perhaps see some action with one to go after this one. Ultimately re-enters to Speedway. And now we officially reach our final lap here at this Motegi race. 6.663 second lead for Tsunmaki Watame. It's Watame, Hachima, and Iris, your top three. Hachima doing a pretty good job today. Relatively unlikely to get the race win, but her day has been quite well. And as I say that, she loses second to Iris. She drops out of the podium entirely, even though fourth is still a pretty nice spot for her. She might as well still be in the points lead in the Drivers' Championship with that finish. So, not too big of a deal for Hachima. Watame is still way ahead of the others. After pulling away, she has not relinquished her lead a bit as she goes into the long straightaway. Iris has a clear view of second place, with Mio in podium position. Watame re-enters the super speedway area for the final time, and here she comes into the start-finish straightaway. Tsunmaki Watame makes it a second FH race win. She's your race winner at Twin Ring Motegi. Iris, podium again. And Mio finishes third. Hachima, a valiant effort. She finishes just outside the podium, but still a pretty good result for her. 2 consecutive good results for Hachima. It looks like she'll still remain in the points lead in the Drivers' Championship. We'll have to see how it is with the point standings. As last few cars start to come in. Looks like everyone will finish classified. Yes. Everyone will finish classified, but only the top 30 will score. Unfortunately, will not score. Because why would nice things ever happen? Flair coming home a disappointing 32nd for no score. And, we'll cross the finish line to end the race. So that's that for Twin Ring Motegi. Your top 3 are Watame, Iris, and the Mio. So we'll add in the points. Second FH victory for Watame. Hachima had a good day today. So yeah. So well done to the Red Heart Racing driver. Must have been those extra spider legs in her breakfast cereal. By the way, we're around 16 minutes away from VTL action, as we see Fauna finishing 13th, finally scoring her first points this series, thankfully. So yeah, today was a good day, I should say. As we typed on the rest of the names, everyone will finish classified. Even Laplace, even Suisse, and the adorable Koyori. So Subaru didn't even qualify for the Motegi race. How further down will she drop in the standings? Alright, let's lock in the points. File B. And confirm nothing wrong here. Yep, looks correct. Bonus point for Hachima for pole position. And she's 51 points ahead of new second placer Iris. Iris is now second in the Drivers' Championship. Hachima is on 292 points. Iris 241 points. Roboco third with 240. Watame moves up to fourth with 220 points, and Subaru drops down further to fifth with 208 points. And your new bottom dweller is Ayame Risu, who continues her reign of inconsistency with to the rather frustrated Moon Architect ID Gen 1 team. Gen 1 is the new leader in the Drivers' Championship. The Red Heart Racing team has 623 points to Gen 2's 579 points. And let's have a look for third. It appears to be Gen 3 with 519 points. So we're done for today. We have a new championship leader, and that is Hachima of Red Heart Racing. There's her car. Hachima, first place at Dijon, fourth at Motegi. She goes up into the Drivers' Championship lead. So your top three at Dijon: Hachima, Luna, and Azuki. Top three at Motegi: Watame, Iris, and Mio. And that's going to wrap up today's coverage of Formula Holo as we go into 10 minutes before VTL action on the 4cc side tube. Hope you tune into the action then. We'll be back for more VTuber racing on Friday night with the final 3 rounds of the IndieCar Constellation Road Series. Tsukino Mito is the current leader in the points standings, but still anyone can win among 40-something drivers. I know three drivers are not in contention anymore for the Road Series title, which sadly includes Rosami as one of the drivers out of contention. You hate to see it. Formula Holo returns next Saturday at 10:30 a.m. Eastern with 2 more rounds. We're going to Buenos Aires and Paradise Bay. And the last 2 rounds will be at Dubai and Manhattan as we head into the final weekend of the driving days of Formula Holo's 6 Series. So, thanks everyone for watching here on the VTuber Racing Project channel. Have a great rest of your Sunday. Enjoy the VT League action. And we'll see you Friday night, 8 p.m. Eastern, for IndieCar Road Series finale. Take care, everyone. Otsudag!